Hi, I'm Carl Azouz. Today on CNN Student News, we begin by continuing our coverage of the shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, and we're looking at a way to help those affected by this tragedy begin to heal. That healing process will be a long one for many people in Newtown, but slowly some of the first signs of normalcy are returning. Students started going back to school yesterday. Teacher groups said that classes would discuss the shooting in age-appropriate ways, trying to help students make sense of it. Class was not back in session for the students and teachers of Sandy Hook Elementary. They won't go back until January, and when they do, they'll be at a different building about 8 miles away. We've been asking on our blog what you think can be done to keep kids safer at school. Amira says schools should have more security guards with better training and more available defense resources for the trained security personnel. Ian suggests limiting access points for perpetrators and educating students on what needs to be done in case the worst happens. From Cole, campuses could be surrounded by fences that can't be climbed as easily as chain link fences. Jack thinks the best course of action is to have at least 2 or more staff in a school with guns to protect themselves and the kids. John writes the only reasonable solution is to have stricter gun control. Not a single American needs an automatic weapon unless it's government issued. Macy says too many people have guns and use them for the wrong reason. In Nick's opinion, a change in gun laws wouldn't solve the problem. We need to focus on mental instabilities in children. Heather also says we need more attention brought to mental health care to prevent things like this from happening. The group of men you're seeing here are part of a TV crew for NBC. One of them is Richard Engel, the network's chief foreign correspondent. The crew was kidnapped by masked armed men when it crossed the border into Syria to report on that country's civil war. During the 5 days they were held, Engel said the crew was blindfolded and repeatedly threatened. They were eventually freed and taken out of Syria on Tuesday. It's been difficult for journalists to report on Syria's civil war because the Syrian government has severely limited their access inside the country. When journalists do choose to report from inside Syria, they're potentially putting themselves in harm's way.